We're gonna have to figure that out one way or
and
another
it's Facebook
to
doing it.
get around it. Think I'm with White on this one?
YouTube's not doing it, right? It's Facebook.
No, it's Facebook. Or they could be loyal and hate your guts and not love you.
Very true.
Hmm. See, that's the saying. How can you? I think that was a question that I posed originally. How could you be? You can be loyal and dishonest, but you can also be dishonest and loyal at the
Yeah,
same
but you can also have a person that's honest to you, but you don't get shit from them. All right, just because they're honest don't mean it's good for you. They're just telling you the truth. Like some people still want that loyalty.
time. Hmm.
Some people still want that person that they can just come to when they need that person to, make them feel better at night. You know what I'm saying? So you got to think about it both ways. Obviously, you want people to tell you the truth. Nobody wants to be lied to. But at the same time, you definitely want somebody that's going to be there and love you and not turn their back on you, even though they might not tell you the truth.
Mm. Mm. Well, they can be brutally honest.
But that don't mean they're going to be there for you.
It can be brutally honest and not loyal.
They
It's
could be honest in a good way, or they could be honest and say, "Look, man, I ain't fucking with you. I gotta put you in this space."
we yeah no they can be loyal but dishonest, but they can be honest and not loyal. And being honest and not loyal, you need honesty and
You
loyalty as
can't
well.
have both, Miss Erica. You
You can't
can't
have both.
have both.
So you can be honest and
You're not
disloyal.
dating. You're not dating K Dizzle and
You
have
you
strings.
could be
Okay,
you
you
could
can't
you could
have
be
both.
you could be honest and disloyal at the same time with because you can be honest about your disloyalty. That's the problem.
But if
That's
you're
the problem.
loyal, it doesn't matter if you're honest or not because you're loyal.
Hmm.
So some of your honesty can go here and there, but you're loyal. You're gonna be there.
Yeah, but that's like
You've
saying.
seen a lot of people in history play that role of being loyal, but not necessarily being honest. You've seen Ike and Tina.
Hmm.
There
But
was a
it's
lot of
see, look,
dishonesty there.
let's you try and switch it out. So the problem, the problem is you can be both at the same time. And I'll give you an example. Okay, you say, look, babe, I love you, but I'm gonna have my side pieces.
That's
I'm with you.
honesty.
I ain't leaving you, but I'm gonna have my side pieces. So
That's
does
not
that
loyalty.
exactly? So that's honesty, but that's disloyal, right? So then you can say, look. Um, Um, I love you. We got to be. We always say honest and disloyal, right? Now we got to be loyal and dishonest, right? Oh shoot. Uh, you can lie about the side piece and say you're the only one. I mean, that's a hole that can't grow with me.
Ah,
That's a tough
hashtag
situation.
hoes can grow.
That's a tough.
Hoes
That's
can
a tough
grow.
thing to ask. So,
Shout
you
out
go
to
with
the HCG crew.
that's hard. It's hard to say. Hard to
It
say.
ain't
What'd you
hard. You
say?
gotta pick one, man.
I got to pick one. Hmm.
What's your pick?
Yeah, the honesty. So at least I know what I'm dealing with. At least I have a clear cut picture of what it is before I move on to anything. I've got a clear cut picture, an idea of what I'm dealing with, and then I can make the decision from there on what makes sense for me.
Real quick, interject question on this question, if that makes sense. Can you tell if it's real loyalty or not?
Can you tell if it's real loyalty or
Can
not?
you tell if your partner is really loyal to you? Is it something that you just know in your heart?
Yeah,
It's something that you just
it's
know,
just
like
something that you have to just have the unwavering trust, unwavering trust, and it could be naivete, but it's a way and it's a position that you have to live. It's how you have to live. Um, if you're talking about it, you can tell when it comes out usually and when it's been tested, and it's called intuition. I don't know about that, and then I know a lot of people that sit on intuition and think think their significant other is the greatest since sliced bread. come to find out, he the biggest hoe in the streets,
Mm.
or she's out there running the streets, and they think they're at home with everything's looking fine. So it has to become a way of life. If you trust them, you trust them, and then you have to let it go from there until they show you otherwise. Okay, because if you spend time thinking about it or you spend time worrying about it, you've already planted the seed of fear in that process, and you don't want to do that because then you're gonna be checking phones and doing all that other stuff. Um, yeah, most times you do go through something. When you go through something, all that does is jade you. That just you're a diamond that shaves a little bit off that polish.
Well,
That's all it does.
that's called putting your love to the test.
Yep.
Love is great until it's tested, right?
Hmm.
And that's when you really see what your love is made of, and that's when like Erica's saying, you find out. Everything is great when it's what my girls say, rainbows and butterflies.
It's good until it's not good anymore.
Right, but it's not always rainbows and butterflies.
No, no.
And it's what you do. It's what you do and how you react and how you respond when things go wrong.
Hmm.
So this is a very good fun but productive conversation. You know what I'm saying?
wait, wait a minute. Don't we have one coming up for Miss Wilborn?
Damn, you gonna put it out there and say it's from her?
No, no. We didn't. I know. I didn't want to put the original one we talked about. Let's put this one on.
Okay.
The last
Okay.
one I talked about.
Okay. Go ahead.
Huh? Okay.
Go ahead.
So you did all the nice and proper ones. I'll do this one. Okay. Would you rather have a partner with what we say? Oh, one or the other. Okay. Either great head game and no sex game, or great sex and no head. Or that's it's either one or the other.
That is the original one.
Is that the original one? Yeah, that is
Yes,
the
and I'm
original.
surprised you put that one out there. I thought you was gonna say the other one. But go
No,
ahead, answer.
yeah. Oh, my answer?
Yeah,
Oh, sex.
I agree.
100%. 100%. Because there's a difference. There's a huge difference. Like you said, that game comes with practice, but you can't change the box or you can't change the size. That's just
That's like
facts.
losing. That's like losing ugly. That's probably the parallel.
It's a terrible, yeah, it's a terrible, terrible win, terrible loss. Same difference. What's your answer, sir?
I agree with you. I agree. I mean, I definitely think that over time, the more chemistry you have, things can get better in that category. But if you had to, give up one over the other, I would definitely take physical sex over oral sex. But you will hope you had that conversation because I'm sure she's gonna want you to probably perform in certain areas. So hopefully, I guess you can have that type of conversation as well if you have to cross that path, Kate Dizzle.
That was a real political answer there, huh?
Hey man, at the end of the day, a lot of this shit, a lot of this shit comes down to talking, communicating, just like everything else. What man?
What's the no? What's the original one? What was the
That
original one?
was the original
That
one.
was the original one.
She thought
Okay.
she was gonna talk about would you rather have your partner, and this was more so for women, like having a big ass or big titties.
Okay, that's right. You did say that one. Yeah,
But that one was more,
yeah. That was on the lines of body and no face and face and no body.
yeah.
It was on the line of body and no face.
But nah, but that's a good roundabout. Yeah, we definitely got copywritten over. Oh, they released their claim. They released their claim.
They
They
released that
realized.
claim.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Thank
But
you.
they're a-holes. They're a-holes and they disrupt the process doing that. So
They
they
find
probably
out
have
that
to
we're
do.
doing positive work here. We're
Yeah.
not doing anything. We're not pirates. We don't own this music.
So
We're just giving free
we'll just
promotion.
give free promotion, free publicity. So what we'll probably end up doing is we'll figure out the right amount of time before we do that. Release their claim. Ass.
I feel like
Um
I'm walking out of Costco and they check my receipt.
yeah, no, they check and walk in. Yeah, check your receipt and also check your membership.
Mhm.
Your name's not Atlanta.
So look, last but not least,
Grandmother.
would you rather have your partner be a great parent, wonderful parent, always there when you need them for the child, or would you rather them be a shitty parent? You got to do more of the work, but they're a fun person to hang out with.
When you pose it like that, it sound like a great they're a great uncle or aunt to your
You
kids.
got a great responsible parent. You know, they'll make sure the child's fed, picked up, taken to daycare, you know, do the homework with the child. They're at all the sports events. But then you might have the parent that you might have to do a little bit more of the work for, kind of help them understand, you know, their position better.
Mm.
But they're more of a party and fun type of date. Like, you know, you always have a great time when you go out. You know what I'm saying? You always have a spice type of situation when you're having fun. But basically, what I'm kind of getting to is, would you rather have the serious straight the serious but put together parent, or would you have the partner that you can always have a good time with?
The put together parent, because I can't have somebody doing half the job.
Okay.
I can't have somebody doing half the job. I can't be the only one doing half the job. Um, you know, uh, uh, raising kids is an important process in life if you decide to do it, and and if both are present, you can't have one just active in the you can't have one just doing it all. It don't work
Right.
like that because all that's going to do is
This is one of the
build resentment.
perspective.
It's going to build hate, and it's going to build animosity, and sooner or
And it's
later
gonna build an exit.
it's going to build an exit, and it might not be the exit that the fun outgoing person wants. Because some people, you know, raising kids puts a lot of stress on you, a lot of stress on you, and not everybody's built for that stress, especially when the other person is out there living their life and doing whatever they want to do, and they coming home and going to sleep and waking up and doing it again. That don't no, it don't work like that. So
Yeah.
give me the helping hand, give me the actual parent, and not the uncle, not the parent acting as an uncle or aunt.
Yeah.
So and you got a lot of baby daddies and baby mamas acting like that in this day and age, unfortunately. So
Hey, Shanae says, give her the rich parent, whatever that means. You know, whatever that means, Shanae. We don't always get the rich parent, but you do get the great dads. but I agree with you, man. You know, I want to put together a partner who understands what it takes to be a good parent. If it comes down to having a person to raise, because that's a whole human being that you're responsible for, and I'm learning what it takes right now as we speak. So, great episode. Thank you guys for coming through. Thank you, K Dizzle DC. Thank you, 410 Beard, and all of our ADU chat fam. We got to come up with a name for everybody that comes to us for our supporters. Hopefully, we'll get some merch out to you soon. There's a lot of things that we love to come up with, K Dizzle. But you know, time permitting and everything else like that, stick with us each and every Sunday night. Check us out on Facebook.com/ADU Podcast, YouTube.com/ADU Podcast. You can find us on Spotify, iTunes. You can follow Young Have Streams everywhere, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and my man K Dizzle DC on all platforms as well.
And
What
look,
you
man,
got, man?
whatever you do, whatever you decide, just know what you're getting into up front. Learn as much as you can from that partner or that person, and make a decision to love them. If that's who you want, love them for who they are, what they bring to the table, including their faults. Because you bring a lot to the table, they bring a lot to the table. All of us got baggage, but we choose which bags we want to carry when we're talking about moving forward in life. So that's all I got. I think putting it in perspective when you start looking at these things. If you have a significant other, or you're in search of, or you're looking, it helps put it back in perspective of what's important to you and what matters to you, and why you chose that person, or what you're looking for within the person that you want. So get out there, love hard, fall hard, get back up, keep doing it. Look at their character, 100%. Look at their character. Uh, but yeah, that's all I got, man. We love y'all. As always, we'll be back here again next Sunday for episode. It's a lot of beautiful. It's a lot of beautiful assholes. You're 100% right. We'll be back here for episode 50 next Sunday. 50. We hit the trigger
Wow.
burner, man. Didn't think about that. For
We got to
episode
come
50.
up with something, man. We got LeBron dropping 50 left and right. It's the ADU podcast, episode 50.
You gotta bring
Host
LeBron
and
back
Grow
into it.
HCG movement. Shout out to Bianca Wilson, wherever she is. I ain't see her in the chat, but we love her though.
We love all y'all, man. We'll see y'all for episode 50, y'all.
And you know, and I know, and they know, and we know, we go all in, you know, and I know, they know, cause we know, we go all